Hi, awesomes. I'm back. All right, so you hopefully just watched the week 4 overview video, and now we're going to talk about the template that I referenced, right? We went over kind of what's due this week, how we're thinking about writing our rough draft. And I'm going to emphasize this is a rough draft because we're going to rough draft, and then we're going to revise and then resubmit. And if we need to do it again, revise and resubmit. Okay, we're able to revise papers in this class as many times as we want to. So please don't worry about that, right? This is how we learn. This is the writing process. The writing process a lot of times comes in several goes at it, if you will, right? Several attempts maybe, or write down what you got. And hopefully as we learn the skill of revising and looking at our work, as we write papers down the road, maybe we don't have someone who we can turn it into and get it back, right, with commentary. We'll get better kind of seeing some of those things as we go along. So we looked at already, and of course I posted this template for you, and I want to kind of like just go over it with you and kind of demonstrate or share with you, I guess more specifically, that it's okay to use this. Okay, I posted it, I put it together for you to use. I really want you to kind of think about this as a plug and play scenario right here, right? So for example, your last name up here in the upper right hand corner in the heading, right, in the header. Then put your name in there, leave the page number, right? This is a MLA formatting kind of deal. And so then we come over here and you put your first name and last name, leave my name there, right? We're 1050, so just leave the 1050, put the date in, all right? And then you'll have your awesome title there, right? And how you want to talk about it. And then from here, you got your introduction, right? So you put your cursor right there and just start typing, right? What's your introduction, right? How are you going to introduce the material, right? So when we think about the introduction part, remember the introduction from the week 4 overview talks about how in the introduction, we want to make sure we introduce we need to kind of tell our audience a little bit about what is a sticky idea? What does stickiness mean to you? What does stickiness mean in the context of this paper? Why stickiness, right? That we remember and kind of are thinking about these things kind of like what we've been talking about for the first 3 weeks or so, right? Why are we even talking about stickiness? So we've got to think about our audience being someone who hasn't read this book, right? Granted, I'll be grading it, right? But think about someone who maybe hasn't read it. So they need to be kind of given a little bit, right? We need to give them some sort of an idea of what we're talking about stickiness. You know, where did it come from? What's kind of the overall idea concept here? Maybe that from Dan and Chip Heath, right? That we might be able to, feel free to quote if you want to, right? Share some ideas we've gotten that we've learned about stickiness, what stickiness is. So that's an introduction and how it relates to what we're then going to be talking about, right? So now we're going to talk about, and here's what we talked about this weekend, right? Your sticky writing idea story, right? What is it? Who gave it to you? Where did it come from? What's its origin, right? Then we've got it broken down into 3 more subsections. And here again, you can just leave these headings like I've got them, right? Leave the headings right there and just type your stuff in underneath that heading. And the only thing that you want to do right here on this one here, with the name of the sticky principle, stickiness principle, right? So we've got 6 to choose from, right? So let's say that one of the ones you just unexpectedness, right? So you would just type in unexpectedness right in here, or unexpected, right in here in place of where I say name of first sticky principle, right? You put in the name of the one right there, and then you tell us, right? Tell your audience about why that writing sticking idea is why was it unexpected? How did it come as unexpected to you, right? I didn't expect to think about writing this way, right? It was not something where you figure it's going to be like this traditional way, right? Or maybe it was in its simplicity. Maybe it was emotional. Maybe it was concrete. Now, a lot of us wrote about right over the weekend talking about, well, this idea came from my 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, whatever teacher, right? So there's a credibility factor. Well, probably on a lot of our sticky writing ideas. So what makes it credible? What makes the person credible, right? They're a teacher after all, right? But is there something else maybe that we can think about? So you'll name the 3, and then you'll explain why your sticky writing idea and the story behind it, put all those things together. How do they have the quality of stickiness? Now, I know we haven't read every single chapter in here, so just rely on what you have learned and are coming to understand from the introduction, right? Maybe about the first chapter or so, okay? Then we have our sticky writing ideas, which we talked about in the opening in the overview video, address that. And then, of course, the conclusion, which we talked about. And there again, just type in your stuff underneath these headings. All right. And you'll be good to go. All right. That's all we're doing this week. All right. Holler if you need anything. I'll be back if I get some questions about anything in particular. I'll let you know. Stay safe. Stay awesome. Bye.